Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's the Imperial City event, and there's some pretty incredible news. The Imperial City is now free, so that means that everybody has access to it. You just go into the crown store, you can buy it for 0 crowns, and it's not only free during the event, but it's also going to be free after the event. So everyone will have access to the Imperial City now. It's the PvP zone where you can farm Telvar and stuff, and I think that that is really awesome because it's been a very empty zone in the past, and this is really exciting news that I think is really going to positively impact PvP in this game. So coming off of that awesome news, I decided to jump into the Imperial City during the event today because of course there's double Telvar, and try to collect some Telvar if I could. And, well, we got in some pretty sweet fights. So keep in mind, of course, that this is during the Imperial City event, so this does attract a lot of newer players to PvP. But without further ado, let's get right into that commentary. Taking a lot of damage from these guys as I just kite back behind this little pillar here. And I had picked out that pillar a little bit earlier as well. I made a comment on stream about how I'm going to need that for later. And we just get a little bit of cover there, and the yellow come back around the corner. We go for the toppling charge, get a great stun off our ultimate there. 1 kill on the yellow players. We go for the jabs, the 2nd kill on the yellow players, and I'm just going to kite back a little bit here, purge off those negative effects, and heal up. The yellow just continuing to come around the corner here. We're going to get the stun off on 2 of these guys, go into our ultimate, into the jabs again. We take another yellow player down, 2 guys left, and yeah, all I can say is the amount of AoE we've got on Magicka Templar, and this build in particular, it has been a lot of fun playing in IC, and we're just going to hit this guy who's heading towards the Sky Shard here, and we're going to finish him off, and now we're going to head up back towards the yellow spawn here and look for more players to fight. Now, I had also made a rule for myself that we're not going to bank the Telvar unless we get like 10k plus, but you know, if the fight's really awesome, we'll stick around for it anyway. There we see a 16k crit with our ultimate. This guy has no impen on. Wow, just absolutely nuke that guy. We jump on top of this guy here with the toppling charge, hit our ultimate on him, and then we go right into the jabs. So much uptime with that ultimate on the Templar. We already have the next one almost coming up. We jump on top of this guy and just go for a few jabs. A massive crit with the burning light, I think, there. And he goes down, and we're just going to head back towards the spawn further in here. We toppling charge on top of this guy. I go for my ultimate. We don't get a big crit on him there, but a massive spike with the jabs, and he goes down. We jump on the next guy, just a lot of AoE pulse pressure, and then into the jabs on these next guys here. I go for the ultimate again, just so much uptime with that crescent sweep. We stun this archer here, and then go on the jabs on top of him, just about finishing him off here. I go for the breath of life, back into my mist form, and we just kite out that meteor there, pop back out of the mist, get another big Honor the Dead, just so much healing power on the Magicka Templar, and we kite back behind this rock here, and we're going to re-engage after rebuffing with these guys. A big stun on the first player there, into the ultimate, the jabs to bring him down, and we just go for this next player. He dodges the first stun there, he dodges the second stun, and we throw the third one on top of him into the jabs. He goes down as well, and now we've got 1 player just sitting around the corner here. I go for the partial charged heavy off the Frost Staff into the gap closer, getting that infused enchant on the Frost Staff. Something like a Templar getting the major minor spell damage. Really important that we run the Frost Staff, I think, for that big enchant, and it's just going to help push our damage further. We nuke the last guy there. And I'm just going to peek around for more yellow. We find a Nightblade popping in and out of stealth here. I get him out of stealth with the Solar Barrage, and we hit him with the ultimate. And we, man, we just really shut Nightblades down on this build. We've got way too much AoE pressure for a Nightblade that's going to use stealth. So they've got to have the healing power to deal with us, or they're going to be in big trouble. And now we're going to engage with this Dragon Knight here. And he's got his defenses up pretty well here, but we get him with a nasty stun there into the jabs. And we're going to go for the ultimate. He tries to block the damage here, but it's a little bit too much pressure, and he doesn't have the healing power to respond. And I'm just going to head back out the entrance of the spawn here, just looking for more yellow players. We run into this guy here. He's got 56k HP Warden, an HP-based Warden tank. Oh my gosh, this is going to be ridiculous to try to fight, but you know, we're on a really powerful Templar build that's got a huge amount of firepower, even though a majority of it is AoE. But we see another player come in here. We actually have a friendly player here too. I decide to quickly jump on the other player. We're just not going to focus the tank if there's any other players around. But if he's the only guy there, we can just keep jabbing him. This build has really awesome sustain as well. And we're just going to finish that guy with the ultimate and then jump right on top of this guy again. And the consistent pressure is really the key to just trying to take a tank down like this. We have to pressure him and just find him in a spot where he doesn't have the resource that he needs to actually use his abilities. Because if he gets those important casts off, we're going to have a tough time killing him. There you see a really clean combo. The Frost Staff heavy into the ultimate. And we're just going to skip this tank fight here because he is very, very tanky and we don't successfully kill him. And eventually more yellow end up coming out the front door here. I quickly jump on top of them, go for the ultimate. We finish one of the yellow players off, and more yellow actually pouring off the side of the spawn as well. And I'm just trying to keep the AoE pressure up. The friendly red player that we had here, oh my gosh, he just gets nuked by the yellow, and we're just going to have to kite out of there because we're taking a lot of damage from this big group that's coming out as well. And we get a good stun there. We're going to reset with our ultimate, go back into the jabs. We get a nasty stun from one of these guys. Just roll back behind here. A nice big heal with the Honor the Dead. We're going to reset our buffs, reset our Eclipse as well. And oof, a lot of dots there. Just using that Purge, using that Eclipse to mitigate the incoming damage. And just great sustain on the Bosmer Templar. Honestly, like, Bosmer is a Magplar. Pretty cool option. I'm not gonna lie, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's quite strong. So here we jump on top of the group here. I go for my ultimate, trying to get some good damage, but right away I just roll out of it. I don't commit to any jab pressure, and I think it was a good call because we did take a fair amount of damage there, even though we did a defensive maneuver. So there we're just going to kite back around the rocks, reset our buffs. We take the stun from this guy just to break it. Now we've got the CC immunity up, and the meteor comes down. I go into the mist form just to deal with the meteor and just to kite our way back out here. I don't want to be stuck in that corner and get piled by too many yellow. It's not really the best spot to be. We are fairly mobile with our mist, but here we're just going to jump back on top of these guys here. Go for my ultimate. He's actually just out of range, but we're going to hit him with the jabs after, and we put the damage in, managed to finish him off through the block there, and we're going to jump on top of the tank. No, we're not. Turn back on this guy here. Hit him with this stun. We try to get him there, but he hits us with the immobilize. I just reset my buffs again, and we're going to re-engage here. I'm a little bit lower on Magicka, so I want to make sure that I at least have my buffs up if we get caught in a bad spot. And there's the ultimate into the jabs, and it's just so tough for Nightblades to deal with. Now, I know there are a couple yellow players that are still left here, and there's a blue that's shown up as well, and we set up the combo on this guy here. We hit him with the ultimate as well, go into the jabs, but we get hit by a nasty wrecking blow there. I go for the gap closer to try to jump back on top of him, but he heals himself up too high, and I am not going to try to stick around for that pressure. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have even gone for that gap closer, just going on really low stamina there. There you see the yellow player actually throwing the fears down, and we are in mist form to mitigate that stun from the fear, and we're just going to reset our buffs here, but there's going to be another fear coming and right back into the mist form. It's definitely just the best option when we have so many players on us, and on a Magicka Templar, we can have a lot of mist form uptime, so we're just going to use it to just stall for a little bit and get out of there. Jump on top of the tank here. I'm not going to commit to anything, just pop some heavy attacks. He's not going to do a lot of damage, so I'm not concerned about that at all, and we're just going to jump on top of this guy, go for the ultimate into the jabs, and he doesn't have a response to that. We just nuke him. I think if these guys we've killed a couple times now, just picked him for almost all the stones that we have. We jump on top of this yellow player here. He's throwing a lot of AoE detects down. We take a really nasty stun, huge damage there, but a nice big Honor the Dead crit to heal us right up. We're going to reset our buffs and just kite back around the corner and see what these yellow are going to do. This enemy Nightblade that's running the proc stat coming around the corner here, we're just going to use our AoE to try to pull him out of stealth. And here you see we've got the Solar Barrage down. Just reset my heals, and here we see he popped back out of stealth. Solar Barrage again. There it is. We go for the gap closer into our ultimate and into the jabs. Great damage on the Bomb Blade there, and we bring him down. And yeah, just a testament to the Magicka Templar's kit against something like a Nightblade, just absolutely shutting down a stealthed opponent. And we're going to help the blue player here, actually, because he's the only blue player, right? So we're going to go for the team that needs the help more. We jump on top of the guy in the back there, get a good stun off on him, and another blue coming in here. We're just going to reset our buffs. And, well, I think more and more yellow are going to show up. We get a nice stun there into the ultimate. Go for the jabs. Good damage on this guy again, but there you see we take a nasty spike out of stealth there. We managed to get the Honor the Dead, the roll dodge into the mist, and we're going to kite back this way with the blue player here. Unfortunately, our AoE just kind of pulling the blue player out of his stealth there, but we don't refresh it while we're around the corner there. Just don't want to do the damage to him if we don't have to. And again, we have the Bomb Blade in stealth there, so I just hold block, waiting for him to pop back out, but I think he's just going to run past. Now we've got just a few yellow players sitting around, and I just pop in there, go for all my buffs. They're chasing a poor blue around the corner here, and we're just going to mist back into this spot here. This is just a little bit tighter terrain to work with, so if we have a lot of players on us, this is going to need a better spot to hit them. And there you see, we go for the gap closer. I was actually holding block there. We get hit by the streak. It goes through our block, and we're just going to kite back around into our little cubby here, go for the heavy attack, roll dodge, and then into the mist form. Just a great way to mitigate the damage there and, of course, get us a little bit of resource back. The heavy attack will give us a net resource gain with our channeled focus down. And we're just going to be able to kite out of there. Our stamina a little bit on the low side. If we need to go for that heavy attack with our dual wield bar, we always can. And that poor yellow player that's low HP would just quickly nuke him. We're going to turn around the corner, and there's a big yellow Zerg chasing us now. And the friendly EP player, oh my gosh, he was hanging out in stream with me too, and he's just going to get steamrolled by that huge Zerg as it comes around the corner there. We hit the front end of them here because it's just 3 of them. I get a decent amount of damage, but these guys do a great job healing each other as well as blocking the incoming stuns. And we're just going to have to come back around the corner, reset our buffs here, and re-engage. Just loving the speed on this Magplar build. We get hit by that. Oh no, I think we actually dodged the onslaught there, and we're just going to kite our way out, purge off those effects, get a little bit of a heal up, and then go into our mist form, and they are not going to really commit. Only one player commits. We hit him with a nice stun into our ultimate, and the AoE pressure, oh my gosh. We just bring him down with the AoEs alone. We don't even have to go for our jabs there off the roll dodge. Get a nice stun on this guy here, and I'm just going to pop off that heavy attack to get some magicka back. The sustain on this build, of course, just amazing, but we do have to go for the heavy attack every now and then if we're going to fight so many opponents. And now we've got the blue player here. He's going to engage with these yellow, and I'm actually just going to put some pressure on the first player I see come around the doorway here, and it's the tank. Unfortunately, there we see the Soul Assault come down. We're going to go into our mist form to mitigate that damage. There's our friendly player. Oh my gosh. And man, these guys just chasing super hard here. But to be fair, I have been fighting down in the sewers for quite some time at this point, and we're very low on magicka. We managed to just get the juke out the back end here, and man, that Wood Elf Swifty Templar, we managed to get away again. We're going to get a little bit of mag back. We're engaged with these 2 guys as they come around the corner. I just go for the peek around the back there to make sure that it's just the 2 yellow to start the engagement. One of them goes into his Destro ult, so we're going to go for a heal out of the roll dodge in to get out of that Destro ult, and then reset our buffs here and re-engage with these guys. Go for the stun on both of them, and then I go for the ultimate on the second guy, as he took much more damage from our stun there, and we get good damage into him, but I'm unable to kill him. He responds with his heals, and I just take too much damage from the other players, so I'm just going to come back up the doorway here and reset the buffs. I absolutely love this build in the sewers, man. I think the AoE pressure is nice for the mobs too, because we can kill the mobs at the same time as we're fighting players, and it just helps. It just helps when you have to deal with all that stuff in the IC, but we're just going to keep kiting these guys out, get back into this cubby hole here, and I try to make the jump there, but I botched that jump pretty bad, and we just fall down. And the yellow players, they end up running that way, but there are quite a few yellow just still looking around here, so we're just going to try to pick what fights we can get here. And I am actually going to let the rest of the video play out for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was just one of many awesome fights that I got today in the Imperial City. So look forward to not only the build video of this build, that will be coming tomorrow morning for you guys, but we will be doing a different variation of this build that I've had a lot of success with in the IC as well. So if you guys enjoyed that video, hit the like button. If you guys are new here and you like my ESO content, hit that subscribe button. I create regular stuff, so be sure to stick around for more. If you guys are interested in sending in clips for our top 5 PvP battle series, or if you guys want to send in a build to be featured on the channel, you can send that to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. More information and links, of course, in the description below. If you guys are interested in the live stream, I did all this footage live on Twitch, so if you guys want to be a part of the live stuff, or if you guys want to just come and hang out, you can check out my Twitch down in the description below as well. We are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers, and they give me better ping to my favorite games. If you guys want to try them, they're free to try for the first 30 days via the link below. So give them a shot, guys. There is no credit card to sign up, so no harm, no foul. If it doesn't give you what you're looking for, you can just uninstall it, no problem. And last but not least, if you guys really love the show and you want to help support it, you can always become a patron on Patreon. Without your help, I would not be able to do this job that I love so much. So thank you guys for helping. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.